here's how I'd budget a €100,000 salary in Dublin if I really wanted to build wealth while at the same time enjoying my life today. And by the way, let me know in the comments what salary you want me to budget next. For this specific video, I'm assuming you're single, in your 30s, working in tech or any other high-paying role. So your monthly take-home pay on 100K before BIC or any other deduction and before pension is €5,378. Personally, I'd maximize my pension contribution for my age, or at the very least contribute 15% of my gross salary, even if my employer matches less, because it's one of the biggest tax advantages we have in Ireland, and especially at this salary. That brings your monthly take-home pay down to €4,628. Now, there's one decision that could completely change the outcome of this budget: where you live and who you live with. So I'm going to show you two paths, one where you live alone and one where you share with a flatmate. If I lived alone, my fixed expenses will come around €2,660 per month. Most of that will be rent, obviously, with a one-bed apartment costing around €2,000 per month. Utilities will be higher too, and even subscriptions. Now let's compare it with sharing with a flatmate. See how that one decision frees up almost €1,100 every single month. Now let's pay our future selves. If I lived alone, I will allocate €1,150 towards building wealth, split across three categories. First, an emergency fund until you have 3 to 6 months of living expenses, which on a €100,000 salary, I'd hope you're already on your way to having. Then, for long-term investments, I will put €500. And finally, €400 on another saving goal that's important to you. Maybe a house deposit, a sabbatical, starting a new business. Now, let's see what it looks like if I share with a flatmate. Because my housing costs will be so much lower, I will use the opportunity to accelerate my wealth building as much as possible. I will allocate €1,900 towards my future, split across the same three categories. And after all that, I will still leave myself money to actually enjoy life. Around €800 if I lived alone, or over €1,100 if I shared. So at €100,000 with no kids, you really get to dream bigger. You can max your pension, you can invest aggressively, you can buy a house sooner, maybe even become work optional one day. But living in a city as expensive as Dublin also means asking yourself a question: what are you actually optimizing for? If your priority is privacy and having your own space, which I completely understand, that's a valid choice. But if your priority is building wealth as soon as possible, before kids and before bigger financial responsibilities come along, are probably the best opportunity that you will ever have. Because that one housing decision could free up €12,000 per year to invest, save, or spend on things that matter the most to you. At this salary, are you team living alone or sharing with a flatmate for a few more years? Let me know in the comments and follow me for more financial literacy talk in Ireland.